Alright there, online singers. This video will offer Italian pronunciation help for the first part of Stridono, Lassù, Qual, fiamma, avea nel guardo from Pagliacci by Leoncavallo. There are so many words to this aria that we'll offer it in two separate videos. So what we'll do is we'll go word by word, and then we'll go line by line. We will examine all of the open and closed vowels in all of the non-phonetic things that happen, and working to get your Italian to be without accent when you sing, especially for non-Italian native singers. Before we do that, I would like to direct your attention to the description below, where I have listed the entire text for the aria, where I've notated all the things that are not phonetic. There are also a bunch of links below. You can find links to my various websites, and the most important link is to the pronunciation dictionary, the RAI Dizionario. You can follow the link below, or you can do a search. If you just type in RAI Dizionario or RAIDOP, it'll go right to the site. What I love about this site is you can put any word in, it'll tell you if it's open or closed. It also has complete lines of text. You have a playback button for each word, so you hear a native Italian speaker speaking each word. There are also lines. The best thing about it, when they have complete lines, they indicate the phrasal doublings and things that are not phonetic in the Italian. So I love it that it acknowledges the existence of these things. So I strongly suggest that you use this site. It's been around for a long time, and I love it. I've used it for over 10 years. So let's go on to the text. We'll do first word by word, and we'll examine a lot of the tips and tricks, and also the most common errors that people make when they're singing this aria. First word, qual. Okay, so when you do QU, you make sure that you come from up here. Ku, qual. Right? Don't start from an American place, qual, back there. We tend to have our neutral position down here, right? And with consonants the same. You want to sing from up top. Fiamma. So it's a double M. It's a semi-vowel. Fiamma. So both ahs are equal. Ah, right? The double M, how we make a double M is we phonate on the M. Right? So single M, fiamma, right? So there we are, double M. So as long as you're phonating, it's double M. Next word, avea. So this is a closed E. All of the formulas for certain types of words, certain tenses of words, are listed in Evelina Colorni's book, Singer's Italian. It's a green book. You might have had it in diction class. And in the middle of the book somewhere, it's all of the formulas. So avea is one of those formulas. She lists all the verb tenses. And again, right, so it's a closed E. Nail is closed E. Nail. Guardo. So the most important thing about this word is the R rolls. The rule for rolled R versus flipped R is that any R that touches a consonant is rolled. Any R that is surrounded by vowels is flipped. So this one R is rolled, guardo, and we'll come up to one that's flipped eventually. So gli, one of the hardest words for an American to do. It's in two parts. If you think yi, and then before that there's an L, li. So you can practice yi, precede it with the L, li. And I'm exaggerating it, so that first L has this weird vowel on it. When you go fast, li. Okay, next word, ɔcchi. So it's a double K sound, gliocchi. The H before the I makes it hard, not chi, right? Gliocchi. So how do I make the double K? Well, do I do two Ks? No, right? I don't do gliocchi, right? When I speak, I could say ɔcchi, and I could shorten like that. When you sing, you have to sing the first vowel longer. Go, long vowel. Stop the phonation. Go up to the K sound. Don't say it. Then say it. So You say the vowel aw, stop. Aw, go up to the K, don't say it. Ɔcchi. Okay, so then the other thing about the K sound in Italian, it's very close to voiced. So the voiced K is g, right? So the G is a voiced version of the K, right? So k, k. There's no vocal vibration, there's no phonation, right? G, g, there is, right? So if I did ɔcchi, right, which you wouldn't do, right, but that's very close, then ɔcchi. Not the opposite of that would be ɔcchi with lots of air, right? So those are all the mistakes you can make in this word. The first syllable on the stress of the vowel is open, okay? Ɔcchi. So we get a couple general principles out of the way before we get rolling on this aria. So let's talk about open and closed e's and accented versus unaccented syllables. So first of all, O's and E's are the only non-phonetic letters. They have two sounds, right? And they're printed one way. So an O can either be O, like in oats, or it can be aw, like AW, right? And I'm exaggerating the difference between the two of those. They're not as different as I'm making them. And then an E can either be A, like hey, or a, like head, right? Without the glides in English, right? So they're very pure. So the good news is, if you're looking at the stressed syllables and the unstressed syllables, if you look at the unstressed syllables of words, they are all closed. And by closed, I mean A and O, okay? Now, the stressed vowels are the only ones you have to worry about. So this takes away about 75% of your work because you don't have to look up unstressed vowels. They are automatically closed. Okay, so the E's and the O's that are on the unstressed vowels, again, are closed. Okay, now you may see them in the diction books as written as open. When people at the beginning of the 20th century started to record Italian opera, Italians started to record it, people noted that they would sing the unstressed vowels, the A's and O's, with the stretch of shouting. So they started to become printed as open, right? This in no way means that you should sing a and aw. And over the years, I've been encouraging my clients to sing them as closed vowels with lots of success. People immediately say, if they've been singing them open, they immediately say, oh my God, that's so much easier. Okay, so I would suggest you to try that. So here we have ɔcchi. The stress is on the first syllable. The stressed vowel is open. We will also find stressed vowels that are closed, right? So the bad news is stressed vowels, they can either be open or closed, and there is no real rule to it. You have to memorize most of them. Okay, there are a few formulas we could find, but other than that, you have to memorize. So the best thing is to mark just the open vowels in your scores, and then you will memorize them because there are way fewer opens than closed. Okay, let's go on. Abbassai. Now notice there's a double B and there's a double S, right? So double B, the most common mistake that's made, Americans are really good at double B. So we will stop phonation when we do this. So we'll go abbassai, and we'll double those consonants like nobody's business, right? So double B, when an Italian does it, it's only double B, but never stopping phonation. So abbassai, abbassai, right? Not ab with the stop. You understand? So abbassai, single B, abbassai, yeah? Abbassai, double B. Okay, so I hear all the time, oh mio babbino, with a huge double B. No, right? Oh mio babbino, babbino, right? Double B, but nice, right? Not violent. Okay. Now, this word, when you speak, you can say abbassai and hiss the S. When you sing, you have to separate the S. It's cleaner, it's more beautiful, it's more elegant, it's more legato, everything about it, right? So, practice separating, say you have 3 notes, right? So, practice abbassai, right? And there's a semi-vowel at the end that doesn't count as a syllable. But you see, the whole first syllable was ah. The second syllable was ba. And the third syllable was sai. So when you go fast, abbassai, right? So it's legato, but it's separated like that for singing. That is the difference between lyric diction and spoken diction. Sometimes you cannot sing the way you speak, right? Si canta come si parla, everybody says, right? Well, yeah, to a certain extent, yes, right? That means like we want the naturalness of speech, right? But you're like a magician because you don't quite do what it is in speech. It just sounds like speech, okay? To achieve sounding like speech, sometimes you have to distort in the back. Okay, next, per. So this is a vowel. It does not rhyme with the fruit pear, right? It is not that. It is, or chair. It is pe, a per, closed. Next, this is a funny word because there are very few words in Italian that can either pronounce the e open or closed, okay? So the more common pronunciation is tema, one m, closed e. Less common is tɛma, okay? It's fine, right? Either way. Tɛma, tema. Okay, so single M. We did double M, fiamma, right? So if you say tema, you're making double M where it doesn't belong. This is a very common mistake, okay? So single M, you cannot phonate on the M, right? So as long as you go tema, even if you do it really softly, tema, it's still double M, and you're going to keep getting that note, right? So tema, tema. The way to practice single consonant is just isolate the vowels. Ea. Now, what does that feel like? What does that vibrate like? Ea, 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 tema. Feels exactly the same when I put the M back in. Okay, so there's your exercise. Let's go on. Cche. This E is closed. It's stressed. It's closed. Now here we have a stressed E in the next verb, right? And it's closed. And the esse is always closed. Leggesse in this tense. Okay? So leggesse, double G, closed E, double S. And again, I will separate it for singing. Leggesse. So when you sing, it's that fast. Leggesse. Right? You don't want it all to be mixed up. Leggesse. Like that. Okay, going on. Il, I is always E. Mio, mio, right? A lot of times you'll see one note and you have to sing two notes. Pensiero. So this stressed is on pensiero. So the stressed vowel is open. The unstressed is closed. How many times have you sung pan? Right? We love to open that vowel, right? It's closed. Pensiero. Right? So as long as you have good vocal technique, proper vocal technique, that you can sing closed vowels without closing down your voice, sing a closed vowel. Pensiero. So, right, there's an O at the end that's not here, right? So in this one, the R is going to roll because it's a final R, and the next word starts with a consonant. So this is going to be pensiɛr segreto. So in the next word, segreto, we have a stressed E that's closed. All the unstressed are closed. So every vowel in this word is closed. It's A or O. Segreto. Going on, here's the interjection O, right? And now here's another word that can be pronounced open or closed. And the first pronunciation, the more common, is the open O. And the less common is the closed O. So you can do it however you want. Ss'ei. And now we're talking about strong monosyllables and weak monosyllables. So we've come upon our first strong monosyllable in this piece. What do I mean by strong monosyllable? Strong monosyllable is a one-syllable word that causes the next word, if it starts with a consonant, to double that consonant, right? So it affects the next word, and the next word doubles the consonant. So there's going to be a double S after the o, right? So se mi sorprendesse, right? So the s doubles after o. A lot of monosyllables are strong, okay? There is also a list of monosyllables in Evelina Colorni's book, Singer's Italian. It's toward the back, last 4 pages. She lists the strong monosyllables, the weak monosyllables. The weak monosyllables are much fewer. You can count them on 2 hands. And also polysyllables that cause phrasal doubling. So Evelina Colorni not only noted the existence of these things, but made a list of them. Mi is a weak monosyllable, mi, so it does not cause a phrasal doubling. Sorprendesse, every single O and E in this word is closed. Sorprendesse. And I separated again the S for singing. Both R's are rolled because they both touch consonants. Brutale. Right? And if you go to the ARIA database, this is spelled with 2 T's. That's incorrect. So somebody needs to get on there and fix that. It's 1 T. Brutale. Not brutale. And I hear brutale. The problem with us is when we get excited, and that's brutal. The word brutal is a very emotional word. When we get excited, we go for the consonants. So an American goes brutale, and an Italian goes brutale, right? So the vowels get fatter, not the consonants. So the more emotional you are, the more you go for the vowel. That's another good tip. Okay, so the R rolls, it touches a B. There's 1 L. How many times have you heard brutale, right? So the same rule for double L as double M, right? If you phonate it, it will double. Come, 1 M, and closed O, egli. So close the and the li that we did before. Li. Okay? So now, the word for is open. This is the last word of the sentence, right? The word for and, a, is closed. Both of them are strong monosyllables. Okay, so if something followed this something would double after it if it started with a consonant. Same for a. Now, you have to go from egli, no harmonization, egli, right? So from closed a and then a kind of a closed e vowel to an a. Going on, ma is a strong monosyllable with a very dangerous double consonant because you would hear ma bbasti, right? No, ma bbasti, ma bbasti. Again, you're going to separate, right? That S is not going to hiss early. Orvia. So, closed O, orvia. Questi. I'm doing this as one word. So, sono, they are, is a closed O. The N is going to assimilate into the Q. So, into the K sound, right? So you're going to say questi, questi, questi in the middle of the tongue. The N is going to do the middle of the tongue. Son questi, sogni. So, ni is like nya in lasagna, right? Ni. So it's yi again, and then ni, and I'm getting itchy doing it, right? You should get itchy if you do it correctly. I'm doing this now, right? Sogni. Okay, next. Paurosi, right? You have to say every vowel that you see, right? Paurosi. So it's a, u, o, e. Ow. What happens in your mouth? It goes around like that, right? Paurosi. A, remember, is the word for and. It is closed, and it causes a double F to happen in the next word. Ffɔle. So open O, Now, we love to double consonants after open vowels, right? It's very hard for us to do an open vowel with a single consonant, right? So, ffɔle is crowds, right? Right? ffɔle, ffɔle, right? One L in this word, ffɔle. The unstressed E in this word is closed. Okay, so now you have again, it's a doubling word. Cche is a doubling word. Close the E. Okay, so now this presents a choice to you on what to double, because you have two doubling words, two strong monosyllables in a row. So what happens is, if you have two strong monosyllables in a row, you have a choice. So you could, and I've printed this sentence out 2 times, as you can see below. And the first one is I have the O doubling the K, right? And the second time I have the K doubling the bbel, okay, which is the harder one to do. Occhi, occhi bel sole, or occhi bel sole, right? So you can't do 2 in a row. So the rule is, when you have 2 doubling words in a row, you pick one, not both, right? You don't want to have 2 monosyllables in a row causing a doubling. This is what happens if I double everything. Occhi bel is too much, you see. So it's either occhi bel sole or occhi bel sole. Okay, so that's your choice. So the word bello is the long version of this word. Bel is open. Sole, closed. O, closed E. D, the preposition, is a weak monosyllable. It does not cause a phrasal doubling. The word di with an accent, which is poetic for day, right? Don't go around saying buondì to people in Italy. They'll laugh at you because that's poetic, right? Nobody says that anymore. It's giorno today for day. But the word that's for day that has the accent, that causes a phrasal doubling. This, the preposition, does not. Okay. Mezzo, it's a DZ, mezzo. There are some ZZs in Italian that are TZ, pizza, and it has to do whether the word had a D in Latin before it became Italian. Mezzo is one of those words, so it's a DZ. It's an open E, mezzo, agosto, right? Modern is august, right? There's an U instead of an O, agosto. So this is closed O. And remember to always delay the S, right? Closed O on the stress. Unstressed O, of course, is, as we know, is closed. I can't say it enough. So, next, io. Again, this is always going to be a word where you have one note and you have to sing 2 notes. Io. Now, watch what happens in the next 2 words. I'll say them together. Son piena. Now, what happened to the N? I'm going to say piena. My lips come together for a P. Piena, or ballo. The B and the P are the cousins. One's voiced, one's unvoiced, right? So the N, when I speak fast, it assimilates. It doesn't go in my mouth. Watch again. Son piena, right? Son piena. Right? It never went in my mouth. So what happens is, it's called an assimilation again. N does whatever the next consonant does. So it kind of goes toward that consonant. Son piena. Okay? So what would happen, let's be scientific, what would happen if I did try to put that N in my mouth and I'm singing legato, trying to sing legato. So I'm going to say son piena. What happens, right? I have to go son, release my tongue. Now I'm trying to sing legato, so I'm pushing a vowel. I end up with a shadow vowel, right? Son piena. See what happens? Now, what happened to my legato? It's gone, right? What happened to my position? What happened to my resonance? I have my tongue is in my mouth, boom. And then I have to come back out on my lips again. So it's kind of like a train that goes off the tracks. So if you remember this, son piena. It goes by so fast, the audience doesn't hear you doing it, and you legato. And you never have to shift your tongue around, right? The N never goes in your mouth. Okay, so let's talk about another thing that could happen that you could also do wrong is, okay, you learn this great trick in your coaching that this N turns into an M, right? So now you're going to exaggerate it, right? And so you stay on it too long. So you go, io son piena. No, that's wrong because you've doubled the M and it's calling attention to itself and you phonated on it too long. And it actually is an M for a second. It's a real M. That's also wrong. So you're going to get called out on that, and somebody's going to say, who told you to do that? Right? And you're going to say, oh, well, my coach told me. And they're going to say, oh, no, he was wrong. That's wrong. Right? Well, he was right when he told you, or she was right. You're just exaggerating it. Right? So again, the proper way, son piena. It goes by so fast. It's like an optical illusion, right? You're like a magician. Boom, goes by. Nobody notices. You're legato. Okay, so piena is a single N and an open E. Piena. Okay, going on. D, here's our preposition again. Does not double. Vita, single T. Single T versus double T. Tutto. You go up to the double T, you don't say it. You stop phonation, not a double T, right? Vita, single T. You can hear a lot of people sing this wrong. They say vita, double T. As long as you stop phonation, it's double T. Okay, so vita. Now, speaking of double T, here we go, right? You have a strong monosyllable, e, and then you have the word tutta. So when you put e tutta, you have two double T's because the strong monosyllable doubles the T of the first and doubles the T of the second. Isn't this fascinating? I find this fascinating. This is amazing, right? This is how you sound Italian versus not sounding Italian. This is like food with spice in it, right? All of a sudden it's arrabbiata, right? So e tutta. So double T. How do we do double T? We do not do two T's, right? So let's just take tutta. You say oot, go up to the T, don't say it. Ta. So it's the space of the T that gives us the expression, not the force of the T itself. Now, when I speak, again, right, difference between spoken and lyric, I can say tutta and shorten that oo, right, and really go for that T. Tutta. When I sing, tutta, that's how you sing it. E tutta. Oh, you understand? So, long vowel, stop the phonation, go up to the T, don't say it, say the T. Okay, so that's a great thing to practice for double T. And then you have vita right before single T. Illanguidita, single T, again, another one, right? ILL becomes doubled. So, il, phonate on that L. This is a good one for phonated consonants. Illang, middle of the tongue. Illanguidita. Okay? You can sound American by saying illanguidita with everything down here. Hi, I'm Bob. Hi, I speak down here, right? That's what I mean, the difference in the placement, right? You can always tell an American, our neutral position is we're at a loss for words. They're like, right? The French, I used to be in New York. I could always tell French people. I was on the subway. They'd be standing there. They didn't know where they're going. They're going, right? And then Italians are, that's the neutral position of the mouth, like that. Right? So, illanguidita, so you're there already. Okay? Okay? That's why if I had a heavy Italian accent, I would say like that. Okay? So, because I speak English all day, I have to make sure that when I'm coaching, I go back to that position, right? It's also very funny because French and Italians who stay in the United States, right, they still have their heavy accent. They go back to France and Italy, and people say, hey, because they're speaking English all day. They say, you kind of have an American accent now. And they're like, well, I was born here. What happened? Well, that's what happened. You're speaking down. Okay, so you make sure that this is high. Let's go on. Per, it does not rhyme with pear. It's per again. Right? So you make sure you isolate the vowel and then the R. Another mistake we can always make is R in English is a true chewing consonant, right? In Italian, it is separate from the vowel, right? So it's R, right? Not R. You can actually say the vowel right. This is the other mistake. You say the vowel right and then bring the American R, the R into the American position. Still roll the R, but it sounds wrong. Okay? So R. You know you're doing R right if you could sing the whole line on R. Right? So you can sing it all on pitch. Next, arcano. One N, the R rolls, touches a consonant. Desio. We know this E is closed because the accent is on io. Desio. So the A is in the unstressed position. It is closed. The E, I mean, right? Non. N-O-N is closed. N-O is open. No. Non. S-O, for I know, so is open. It's a doubling word. It's a monosyllable that is strong. Now look again, you have two in a row. So again, I've printed the K is a strong monosyllable also. So I printed this out twice, this line, right? So you can say non so che bramo, or you can say non so che bramo. You can't do two in a row. Okay, so bramo, one M, rolled R. We know that K is already strong and also closed. Okay, let's go on. Again, you have a choice, right? So this is like the fourth choice you've had, right? O che volo da ugelli. So you can either double the C of K, or you can use K as a strong monosyllable and double the V of volo. Okay, so volo is closed. Stressed, everything is closed. Okay, one L, volo, not vollo, volo. So you can say o che volo or o che volo. Okay, either way. Daugelli. How much flesh is in that word? Auelli. The L is roll, and the L is double, right? And the stressed vowel in this one is open. Daugelli. Let's go on. Here's our strong monosyllable again, the word and, quante. And how do I do double Q? Again, I go up to it, I don't say it. Quante. Strida. We've done strida, rolled R because it touches a consonant. 1D. Che chiedono, chiedere. So open on the stress in this verb, right? The word to ask. Chiedere. Chiedon. So the accented syllable again is open and the unstressed one is closed. The che makes it two K's, right? Che chiedon. Now dove is one of the few polysyllables that causes a double consonant. This is also in the Colorni book I mentioned. So dove van, right? So the double V is like double B. It doesn't stop phonation. You don't want to go dove van, just enough to make it al dente, right? Chissà. Here's a funny phenomenon too, right? So words that are said constantly with a double consonant end up being spelled with that phrasal doubling. So the word chi is a strong monosyllable. This is putting together two words, chi, who, and who knows, right? Sa, chissà, because everybody says chissà, right? Addio, goodbye, is farewell, is the other one, right? People used to say to God, addio. Everybody said addio. Becomes spelled with two D's. La is a weak monosyllable. the definite article, the one that means the feminine, la. So la mamma, no, not double M, la mamma. So this is a great exercise for double M versus single M. La mamma mia, right? Single M, double M, single M. La, if you see it with an accent, it means over there. La, and that one doubles. That's a strong monosyllable. This one, the definite article, does not. Okay, so now here we have K. It's a strong monosyllable, so the L will double. Che la. Buona. Open O. Buona. One N. Remember the thing about we love to double, right? So you'll hear buona a lot. Buona. Ventura. Not only a county, right? But a word that starts with a closed O in Italian. Ventura, right? You Californians, watch out for that because you say Ventura all the time. Ventura. Annunziava. Annunziava. Double N. Right? So you have to phonate. Comprendeva. Everything in this word is closed and the R rolls. Illor. So when you have two words that come together and they have the same consonant at the end as the next word does at the beginning, Italians kind of say it as one word and it's a double consonant. So illor, lor, closed O, canto. The N goes into the T. Now again, you have another choice. This aria has tons of doubling words in a row, right? So you can say e a me bambina, e a me bambina, double M, or you can say e a me bambina, double B. So me is a double word, a is a doubling word, a is a doubling word but doesn't count, you see, because the next word starts with a vowel. So e a me bambina. E a me bambina. Do you hear the difference? Right? I doubled the B the second time. The first time I doubled the M. You cannot do both. Okay. Me is closed. Così cantava. So words that end in a stressed syllable and the ultimate syllable is stressed cause a doubling. So così cantava. So as you see, I stop. Go up to the K sound. I don't say it. Così cantava. Okay, so now that's the end of the first part. So now let's read whole lines, and we want to find the arc, and we want to find any rhymes that exists in this, and try to find just one down in the line that will give us longer legato, longer phrases. So besides your breath support, your breath control, and your legato, your mind is very powerful in creating long phrases. So here we go. Qual fiamma avea nel guardo. So that's a down because of the exclamation point. Gli occhi abbassai per tema che leggesse il mio pensiɛr segreto. Another down, the exclamation point. Oh, se mi sorprendesse, brutale come egli è, down. Ma bbasti, orvia, son questi sogni paurosi e ffɔle. Oh, che bel sole di mɛdz'agosto. Io son piena di vita e tutta illanguidita per arcano desio, non so che bramo. Oh, che volo d'augelli e quante strida che chiedon dove van, chissà. La mamma mia che la buona ventura annunziava comprendeva il lor canto e a me bambina così cantava. So what we'll do is we'll continue the aria because this is getting long. There are a lot of words just in this verse, just in the recitativo. So we'll continue with the aria in another video. If you've enjoyed this, please like the video below. Please feel free to comment. Please subscribe to my channel. And as always, remember to always visit your coach.